he shouted in disbelief. He bit his racket in frustration. And for a brief moment, Alexander Zverev's calm exterior completely cracked. Welcome to Net Rush Report, your home for the most emotional and dramatic stories in tennis. That it was supposed to be a close contest. Two of the ATP's finest athletes battling for semifinal glory. But on Thursday night in Turin, it became something else entirely. A masterclass from Jannik Sinner, and a nightmare of helplessness for Alexander Zverev. From the very first point, Sinner was electric. The Italian world number one looked like a man on a mission, sharp, fearless, and completely locked in front of his home crowd. Each serve was precise, each rally calculated, and every return felt like a statement. And while Zverev tried to find his rhythm, it was Sinner who dictated the pace, forcing the German deeper and deeper behind the baseline. As the match went on, the tension began to show. Zverev, known for his composure, grew visibly agitated. He missed chances to break, slammed his racket against his leg, and at one point, could be seen mouthing the words, "Oh my God," in anger before putting his racket between his teeth. A rare public flash of emotion from the usually stoic German. The scoreline told the story, 6-4, 6-3. A straight sets victory that secured Sinner's spot in the ATP Finals semifinals, continuing his flawless run in Turin after also defeating Felix Auger-Aliassime earlier in the week. For Zverev, though, the loss was more than just another defeat. It was another reminder of Sinner's growing dominance. Once, Zverev had the upper hand in their rivalry, leading their head-to-head 5-4 before this encounter. But now, Sinner has won 5 straight matches against the German, flipping that record and establishing himself as a clear superior in their recent meetings. Sinner's composure throughout the match was striking. Even when faced with Zverev's power, he absorbed everything, counterattacking with incredible timing and confidence. His backhand down the line repeatedly punished Zverev's shorter returns, while his serve, one of the most improved weapons on tour, never faltered under pressure. The home crowd in Turin erupted after every winner. It wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. Sinner is not just world number one in ranking, but in form, confidence, and mental dominance. After the match, Zverev spoke candidly about the defeat. He praised Sinner's level, admitting that the Italian was simply too consistent on the day. According to Punto de Break, Zverev reflected that while the score looked one-sided, the actual rallies were intense and physically demanding. He insisted that the match felt closer than the numbers showed, but even he couldn't deny the fact that Sinner was the better player from start to finish. Zverev's frustrations, however, weren't just about losing. They stemmed from knowing that his best tennis, his signature power from the baseline, his reliable serve, simply wasn't enough to crack Sinner's defense. Every time he thought he had an opening, the Italian closed it with an impossible angle or an unreturnable winner. Now, with his semifinal hopes still alive, Zverev must regroup quickly. His next test? Felix Auger-Aliassime on Saturday, November 15th. Both men share identical results in Turin so far, each having beaten Shelton but fallen to Jannik Sinner. The upcoming clash will be decisive. Winner moves into the semifinals, loser goes home. For Zverev, this match will test more than just his skill, it'll test his resilience. Can he shake off the frustration from his loss to Sinner and bring his trademark intensity back? Or will the weight of missed chances continue to haunt him as the ATP Finals draw closer to its conclusion? As for Sinner, the message is loud and clear. He's not just playing for wins, he's playing for history. In front of his home fans, he's proving that the world number one ranking isn't just a title, but a reflection of his complete transformation as a player, mentally, physically, and tactically. And for Zverev, Thursday night was another painful chapter in what has become a difficult rivalry. But in the world of tennis, redemption is always one match away, and no matter what happens next, one thing's certain. The fire in Zverev's eyes after this loss guarantees that the next time these two meet, the tension will be even higher. Because in Turin, frustration wasn't the only thing that boiled over, so did the hunger for revenge. Thanks for watching NetRush Report, your home for the most emotional and dramatic stories in tennis. Stay tuned, because the battles in Turin are far from over. Tennis.